I just heard a flower drop in the forest. Silence is a powerful thing. Powerful. Welcome back, everybody. It's your humble host, PLATT, TCC number 86. I'm not going to waste any of y'all's time. I'll get right into the rundown. On tonight's show, Big U, notorious leader of the LA Crip gang, the Rolling 60s. Oh, they've been hit with the Rico, y'all. Oh, it's not looking good. On a Spoonful of Sugar, an incredible story on New York. A possible cure for sickle cell anemia. This one hits so close to home. I know you're gonna love it. And we're gonna end with the craziness. Stop self-snitching. It's gotta stop. Okay? Okay? Y'all, I'm so proud to be black. FBA stand up. And I'm so happy to be back. TCC number 86. Ooh, it's coming at you.
Everybody.
You know, I was thinking that you should like and subscribe. You. Yes, I'm talking to you. Like and subscribe. I feel entitled for that. Do it, man. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you should. Just do it. I was thinking that was. You know what else I was thinking? Big U, the Rolling 60s Crips. Federal indictments coming down. It's been all over the news, all over YouTube. You probably heard it. Another. I feel history repeats itself as one of the truest sayings. Another group of black men, young, old, looking like their futures have been drastically diminished. And you know, I remember not too long ago, last year, Young Thug, similar situation. Rapper out of Atlanta. Fans is watching, they're tapping phones. Here they come. You know, I just want to kind of talk today. I looked through what's a criminal complaint at this point. The actual indictment is coming soon. To an internet near you. That's really not even funny. It's sad, to be honest. Oh, the criminal complaint's over 100 pages. It's so much evidence. And really, you know, I touched on this before. A lot of the evidence was just guys on the internet talking. Just openly talking about criminal activity. They had some wiretaps too, and there was some investigating work they had to do, but large portions of it, I've said this before, and I was talking to my brothers about this. It's got to be a hell of a time to be a detective. You know? I mean, back in the day, you'd have to, okay, where are these guys at? Okay, let's get tell them. Who do they know? You know, y'all seen the movies and stuff. You got a big old whiteboard, and you put the guy you want at the top, and who's his friends, and you follow him, and you got to get a tail, and you're sitting out there for 14 days, and then maybe you see him go. So, you know, it's a lot of work. You're following him around. You got 3 or 4 different cars, and I imagine it's grueling work. Not easy at all. Especially if the shit. Oh man, bro. Shit. Especially if the criminals that you're trying to catch are intelligent, you know, and cautious. Maybe, you know, hey, we're selling drugs. Hey, we're engaging in prostitution, hey, we're doing something that's outside the law. Let's watch ourselves. Let's watch what we say. And let's watch what we do. But I tell you what, man. Nowadays, I mean, basically, man, if you want to catch some of these dudes, man, just follow them on the ground. You know? What's their instinct? Watch their story. And just, you know, watch podcasts on YouTube. Because they let you know. You all gotta. I'm not even trying to laugh at this. Like I said, it's serious, you know. But nowadays, you detective, you got a family, man. You got a lot more time with your family. Like, honey, you're back so soon. Like, yeah, we good. We should take the kids to Disney World. Are you sure? Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. You know, on the way to Magic Mountain from the resort, just, you know, any new stories? Just check his stories. Just check it. He'll post it. And I also want to get into, you know, I'm 22. The Self-Snitch King. You know, people, here's a show called No Jumper. Almost a large majority of these guys, whoever was actually on there and talking, he has this thing where he's this white guy and he brings on gang members and different people from the street culture. And basically they just kind of chop it up and talk about their lives. And you know, I want to be fair. A lot of people, you know, they blame Adam 22. They're like, oh, this guy's working for the feds and he's making these young black people get on here and he's got them, you know, getting jammed up with the police and how dare he. And, you know, I do, from my personal point of view, there's some, he's kind of like a scummy dude to me. I don't like him. I don't like what he does. I felt like he preys on, like, he knows nothing about gang culture. There's no history with gang culture. He's not involved in it anyway. He's the first person to say, hey, I'm just a civilian. So to bring these people on and just get them to talk about their pain and get them to talk about the things they've gone to and they've engaged in. I feel like he's like an opportunist. I do. But I don't, it rubs me the wrong way. I'll be honest. But I've got to say, you know, okay, how do I, oh Lord, give me the strength. Father God, give me the strength. You know, if I'm engaged in criminality, whatever I'm doing, I'm selling this, I'm doing that, I'm shooting, whatever. I don't give a damn who it is. I'm not going to go online and be talking about the crimes I'm committing. At the end of the day, it's all these dudes, man. It's all these gang members. It's all these hustlers. It's all these... I'm seeing... I think his name is Loose Cannon. I saw him on the Adam 22 show. And it's crazy because it's like the things in this criminal complaint, they literally referencing the No Jumper podcast. They're saying on this date on the No Jumper podcast, and you go to the federal complaint, and it's like word for word what he's saying. And he was recalling a story, and he's like, yeah, one time, you know, we saw Meek Mill, he was in LA, he's a rapper, Meek Mill, you might not be familiar with him. And, you know, we kidnapped, we grabbed him, and then we called his boss, Rick Ross, he's another rapper, if you're not familiar. And we was like, hey, man, you have to give us some money. And, you know, we was extorting these dudes. And then sometimes, you know, a big U, he's buying guns. And he's giving to the homies, but he's putting... It's just like wild shit, man. I mean, this man is talking about this stuff like... It's like pickleball. Like, dude, excuse me, yo, where's my phone? It's like, dude, extorting people that's not legal. And this dude, he's an ex-felon. You can't. Do you know that you? And maybe I'm wrong, but I checked before I started the show, and maybe as of the time this is airing, maybe it's changed. But you cannot be an ex-felon and kidnap somebody and then ransom their freedom off to a friend of theirs. You can't. It's highly illegal. It's a no-no in a lot of circles. Excuse me, y'all. That's my phone. Let me turn that on. In a lot of circles, it's highly illegal. And you're an ex-convict, and you're an ex-con, and you're doing this. It's bad enough to do it. But to get on TV, the feds are watching. They're watching. Like I said, the Young Thug case, it was similar. Like, hey, we're looking. They were using his lyrics against him. That wasn't even him on the podcast saying, hey, yeah, man, we'll shoot the block up. Oh, yeah, man, we'll come through with the stick. It is nothing. No. Those were lyrics, and they used those. And here you are they said they had complaints about, and people, they heard stories about certain things, and here these guys are confessing right on camera. And like I said, the blame is on y'all. The blame is on him. And I want to say, maybe it's just time to leave it alone. This information age, if you're going to be a criminal, and I don't recommend anybody do, I think you see a lot of people who are engaged in criminality, the same effort that they're putting into that, if they put that effort into something productive, there's no telling what they could do. And in a perfect world, no one would feel the need, and it would be a crime-free world. But, that's wishful thinking. If you're going to be doing things that are illegal, if you're going to be doing things that could get you arrested, if the police were to ever find out, don't talk about it in front of millions of people. It's weird, like when I'm saying that, it seems so common sense. Like, hey, I just kidnapped a couple of kids and they're in my back seat. Hold on, I'm about to do Joe Rogan. And you get on Joe Rogan and you like, what's going on? Oh, nothing, man. How much longer is this going to take? We got to get these kids to the border. You can't do that. I think it comes back to something I've talked about on this show. This clout is just people chasing clout. It's one of the worst drugs out there, man. I know they're talking about fentanyl. They're talking about cocaine and all these other drugs that are ruining this country, but people chasing clout is on another level. You want to be important so bad. You want to be famous so bad. And I know, I think maybe people are making money. And the only thing I can think is that maybe these people who are engaged in these activities think, well, I don't want to be a criminal anymore, so let me take this route where I can just talk about criminality. And it's a way for me to transition from doing things illegal, getting money that's, is not legitimate. But, okay, how about this? Oh my God. Okay, I'm trying to think of a way to say this. Talk about things that you did in the past that you're no longer engaged in. Or maybe tell stories, but don't say it was you. Like the case of Luce. Hey, I knew a guy, he said, I don't know if it's true, but he said he kidnapped Meek Mill. I didn't believe him, supposedly. And they ransomed them back, they paid the money, but shit, who knows? Me personally, I would never do anything like that. Something like that. Something, and you can just, whoever's listening, that could be a template for you. Just don't put yourself directly in it. Don't talk about open cases. Don't tell someone that you're about to shoot the block up. Don't tell somebody that you got a brick of cocaine in the car. Don't tell somebody that you shot a police officer. Don't tell somebody that you've got a family of 14 in your house and you're about to ransom them back to their family over. Don't do that. The feds are watching, man. I don't know how many more people have to go down for it to kick in. Hey, just like everybody else, the feds watch YouTube. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. They are aware of social media. And guess what? They know how to use it just like you. All those brothers caught up in this, I really do wish the best for you. Like I said, I hope we get to the point where a lot of these kids in these situations, the issue of youth, or maybe your situation growing up has been difficult, different avenues, so we don't even go down these paths in the first place. But if you are going to engage in these type of activities, for the love of God, stop talking about it on the internet. I beg you. Oh, my goodness. We're going to keep the show going, y'all. A spoonful of sugar is next.
Everybody.
All right, y'all. We got another great story for you tonight. It comes to us from New York. This is really touching to me, y'all. I had an aunt that passed away from sickle cell anemia. The headline reads, Gene therapy achieves complete cure for sickle cell anemia in New York patient. For those of you who aren't familiar with sickle cell, it's basically a disease. It's an inherited blood disorder. It affects around 100,000 individuals, primarily in the United States, African Americans. It also affects Hispanic Americans, but not to a lesser extent, not on such a larger scale. It's a mutation in hemoglobin, a protein in red blood cells that transports oxygen throughout the body, causing the condition. The mutation causes red blood cells to form a sickle or crescent shape, thus the name, and that obstructs blood flow in vessels and it makes it hard for oxygen to be delivered. And this blockage, it can cause all kinds of complications and intense pain, organ damage, and just all kind of things. And it can be a death sentence. And a young man named Sebastian, he was Sebastian Beauzil. I don't want to butcher his name. 21-year-old. He had been suffering from it from a long time, and he received this treatment called Lyfgenia, Lyfgenia. Sorry, I'm butchering these names, but it's a gene therapy developed where a lot of times where one of the only cures was they would get bone marrow from someone else and try to inject it into a patient with sickle cell. But a lot of times your body will reject that sickle cell, so you have to take all these medications, and the donor has to be the exact match with your blood type, and it's something that's very difficult. And a lot of times you get infections because your body naturally wants to reject that bone marrow. And it's just been amazing now. What they're doing is they're taking people's own bone marrow. This is a team inserts a healthy adult hemoglobin gene into a sample of the patient's marrow and then reintroduces it into their body. And over time, the patient's body begins to produce healthy blood cells. This assisted treatment uses the patient's own marrow. There's no risk of rejection, eliminating the need for immune suppressive medications, and they just say his recovery has been amazing. He hasn't shown any signs since last year. They had another study where 88% of the 32 patients aged 12 to 50 who received the treatment experienced complete resolution of their symptoms within 6 to 18 months. And I know, if you're an African American, foundational Black American, FBA, you probably know someone in your family or someone's been affected by this disease. My mom, her sister passed away from this. So seeing these advancements in medicine, it just means so much. And I know hopefully this treatment can be lasting and it can eradicate this horrible disease, because it's just hurt so many families over so long. And to know now that there's hope and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh man, we salute y'all. TCC absolutely salute y'all. The doctors at Northwell Health Cohen Children's Medical Center. Northwell Health Cohen Children's Medical Center. We salute y'all. This is a beautiful story. I'm so happy for Sebastian. He said that his cure date, that's going to be his new birthday, because he feel like he was born again. And here at TCC, young man, we are so happy for you. And it's really touched my heart. And I'm so happy that I can share it with you. All right, y'all, we're going to keep the show going. The craziness is next.
Everybody.
Self-destruction. We're headed for self-destruction. Y'all, on the craziness, it's rare that I circle the block. Wherever I'm on. So I'm thinking segment. Usually the craziness is something different, but I had to come back. I had to spin again. I want to let people know, here at TCC, we decided that I'm going to start a firm. We're going to be giving consultations. We're going to be specializing in criminal development with expertise on self-snitching. Y'all gotta stop telling. Stop telling on you. How y'all niggas... How y'all telling on yourselves, man? I know, what I hear all the time. First of all, TCC number 86 is something. It's stizzy. TCC, yeah. I keep hearing all the time. These cops, they need retraining. That's what it is. They need to be retrained because they don't know how to do their jobs. We need criminal retraining. At the self-snitching agency, what we're going to do is, if you're a criminal and you're about to go on the podcast or you're going to get on the internet, we just want to sit down and talk to you. And let's just run it by us. Let's say, for instance, Jamal, you got 16 bricks of cocaine in your car and another 16 at your house. And you're about to get on a podcast with a minimum of 1 million subscribers, like 10 million viewer imprint around the world. So, what we would advise is, don't talk about the cocaine. let's not bring up any, you talk about your rap career. That's cool. Maybe talk about your family, 100%. Your upbringing. You can make some veiled threats. Maybe freestyle. That's always good. But maybe if we possibly can leave out the cocaine. You know how we do. 16 bricks in the car. You know what I'm saying? Kidnap 3 kids and shit. You know, I'm talking about they in the car right now. You know how it goes down. We got another 16 bricks. We about to put some hair around on the streets. The fans are like, go on. The Caucasian podcast host is like, interesting. Have you engaged in extortion lately? Oh, yeah, man. Shit, we about to extort you, nigga. Give me the gas. Please stop talking about illegal things so openly. Stop the self-snitching, y'all. Call us up. If there's anything you maybe have a question about, because I know it's difficult. You know, it might be, I'm not mad. Before you go on these interviews, please give us a call. You know, we have a very low price. We can work something out. Prices are negotiable. Okay? Yeah, man. So then I cut this nigga's head off, right? So I got the head. My nigga got the head. We throwing it back and forth because we like, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Everybody.
That will do it for another episode of The Constant Craziness. TCC number 86 is in the books. Arrivederci. Remember, if you are a criminal, reach out to us. We've got all kind of plans, payment plans. We're gonna get you right. Let's tighten up. Y'all, TCC number 87 is right around the corner. And I can't wait to bring it to you. And I can't wait to see you again. But until I do, well, you know where I'll be. Right there by the dock of the bay.